I'd like to call the meeting to order and advise that the meeting is being video recorded and live streamed. Just a reminder, if you haven't signed in, please do so when you leave. Don't have to get up and do it now, but just make sure you're signed in so it's recorded that you attended the meeting. I ask if there's a disclosure of interest. None. We have a resolution to adopt the agenda of this public meeting with the following additions. A letter from Corrali Cote LRCA providing comments on ZBLA 09-2025. Dante M. Kowski, Red Sky Métis Independent Nation providing comments, and also Sarah Nichols, MTO, providing comments on that same application. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. The clerk will now read the procedures of the public meeting.
This is a public meeting to consider amendments to the zoning bylaw under the Planning Act RSO 1990 as amended. This act requires that a public meeting be held prior to council passage of any zoning bylaw or official plan amendment. The rights of third parties to appeal decisions to the Ontario Land Tribunal have been restricted under the Planning Act. Only the applicant, the minister, and specified persons, public bodies, and registered owners of lands to which the plan or bylaw will apply, and who make submissions at the public meeting, or who make written submissions to the municipality before the plan is approved and or bylaw passed, will be able to appeal the decision of the municipality of Oliver-Papoose to the Ontario Land Tribunal.
Thank you. The first application is the zoning bylaw amendment ZBLA 09-2025. This application is on behalf of the municipality of Oliver-Papoose to add a site-specific use to the property legally described as Papoose Concession 3 north of the Cam River, East Part Lot 8, and RP 55R13339 Part 2, known locally as 3250 Highway 130. And ask the planning department to make their comments, please.
Thank you. So back on March 27, 2024, Council passed Bylaw 26, 2024 for a depot operations agreement with CMO effective April 1st of 2024. Under that agreement, the municipality provides depot services for residential blue box material. CMO, as the designate producer responsibility or organization, manages the common collection system for blue box material across Ontario. Starting January 1st of this year, the municipality is responsible for recyclables from ineligible sources, now commercial, industrial, institutional, and agricultural, which will no longer be accepted by CMO. The municipality has been forced to find a solution, and the submission of this application is what was approved by council back in December of 2025. So the property is designated as environmental protection in the official plan. The environmental protection designation applies to lands considered environmentally significant or where lands are considered unsuitable for building purposes and require special attention to avoid loss of life and property damage. Section 4.9.4 of the official plan and of the environmental protection designation section states that development is subject to approval by council in consultation with the Lakehead Region Conservation Authority, as development is regulated under OREG 18006, development interference with wetlands and alterations to shorelines and watercourse regulations, which is administered by the authority. After contacting the LRCA directly and speaking with Michelle Sixsmith, she was able to confirm that the LRCA does not have any concerns with our proposed amendment this evening, as it involves no new construction and just the installation of bins. If council is in agreement, then this application is in conformity to our official plan. The current zoning of the property is a mix of both institutional and general commercial. Only the industrial zones currently accommodate a recycling depot. A recycling depot is defined as a facility that only collects recycled materials. In this case, it would only serve any property owner in the municipality carrying an agricultural, industrial, or commercial landfill card. Residential recycling will still be collected only at the landfills. The proposed recycling depot would be entirely within the institutional zone of our property, which will be reflected on the site-specific value. The property right now is 11.1 acres in size, so the amendment would affect approximately 75% of the property, as the other 25 is what's zoned general commercial currently. The site-specific rezoning would be expressed in section 8.2.1.2 of the zoning bylaw and would read as follows. Notwithstanding table 8.1, permitted uses in the institutional zone, a recycling depot is a permitted use to service agricultural, commercial, and or industrial landfill cardholders on the parcel known locally as 3250 Highway 130 in the municipality of Oliver Papoonge, and the zone symbol would be I-002. The provincial policy statement provides the provincial planning statement provides policy direction on matters of provincial interest related to land use planning and development. While there's nothing in the PPS specifically to this application, it does speak to waste management in section 3.7, simply stating that waste management systems need to be planned for and provided that are an appropriate size, type, and location to accommodate present and future requirements and facilitate integrated waste management. Adding a recycling depot to a main area of the municipality, which is easily staffed and accessed by potential users in lieu of any other option, is in line with the efforts of the PPS. We did receive agency comments from Red Sky Métis Independent Nation stating that they have no concerns with the proposed project activities. We did receive written comment from the Lakehead Region Conservation Authority stating no objections to the proposed amendment. And we received comments from the Ministry of Transportation stating no objections to the proposed amendment, providing compliance with the Public Transportation and Highway Improvement Act. In this case, meaning the MTO requires that the municipality apply for a new entrance permit, clearly identifying changes to the property use. This is a simple application that can be done online. And there were no concerns received interdepartmentally or from the public.
Were there any correspondence received by from supporters and objectors in regards to this application? No. Were there any supporters in the audience that would like to speak in regards to this application? Any objectors who wish to be heard? Does the council have any questions of the planner in regards to this application? Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. Could you just repeat what you said with regard to the entrance and MTO?
I believe you have a copy of the comments. Basically, the MTO is requiring that the municipality apply for a new entrance permit, just to outline the changes to the use of the property.
So will there be a cost associated to that? Or will that be then reflected when the change is made to the gas meter that's out the front? Like, will that,
Through the chair, both are hand in hand.
okay? Now I note that it says financial implications. It says there will not be any additional cost to the municipality. Will there not be a fee to have those bins emptied? And if that's the case, then there will be a,
I think that fee is for the application.
okay, all right. And as far as staffing, and the hours, what were the arrangements for that?
Through the chair, as presented in December meeting, we see that as revenue neutral to existing staff will be able to handle this process. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, 9 to 3, locked otherwise.
And one further question, what happens if an industrial, commercial, or agricultural property owner shows up at the landfill site? Who monitors what gets put into the recycling site because the site personnel don't know what card the person showed the attendant when they pull in? So how is that monitored?
Through the chair, it's just as we do now. If there's a commercial, industrial, agricultural, when this takes an effect and we are set up and rolling, they will be directed. There's a public education component to this as well, where they'll be getting notices sent out that the recycling of those specific uses will be coming to this site once this is all said and done, put ready to go. Currently, we are accepting all waste, and as presented in the report in December, I think it was like 79% of this group that's been targeted by CMO have residential components already attached to those properties. So right now it is not a concern, but we have to show due diligence in regards to controlling the flow of the unacceptable products to CMO.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other further questions? Okay, we will, this is the conclusion of the public meeting in regards to this application, and it will be addressed further on into our regular council meeting. We have a resolution that's moved and seconded to adjourn this open public meeting, the time being 5:09 PM. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We will now commence with our regular council meeting. I call the meeting to order and advise that the meeting is being video recorded and live streamed. Is there any disclosure of interest? As there is none, I have a resolution to adopt the agenda as printed in your package. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We have a deputation. There's a letter from Brody Miller in our package, and I believe he's going to be here. If you'd like to come forward, please.
Perfect. Okay, good evening. My name is Brody Miller. I'm here on behalf of Hanson Commercial Real Estate. We are the landowner at the property at 117 Twin City Crossroads. I'm just here to ask council to approve in principle the future assumption of a new road on the property once it's built to municipal standard. Our proposal is pretty straightforward. We would design, construct the road to meet all municipal standards, and municipal staff would have full opportunity to review and inspect the work once the road is completed, and the municipality would then assume ownership and responsibility of it. I'll actually leave it at that. I'd just like to thank everyone for their time and consideration, and if you have any questions, I am happy to try and answer.
Okay, I just had one question in
Sure.
regards to the drawing.
Mhm.
You have the one section that says a maintained road by development agreement. This is the one that you're talking about, the private laneway. Is that yours?
It would be mine, correct?
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, so it would be running east to west would be the road that would hopefully be assumed, and then north to south would be private, and that would be mine, correct?
Any questions of yes, Councillor Viss?
Yes, I have. I see on the map here, you have 5 lots. If my memory serves me correct, it was long ago, we approved only 2 lots for that area. So I guess my question is, what's going into these 5 lots? We've done things in the past where it has caught us a little bit. We've taken people for granted, and nothing has happened for 2-3 years. And we've built roads to suit them. I would like to see some building permits. In principle, I don't have a problem.
Mhm.
I would like to see some building permits before we commit ourselves wholly to the thing, say, yes, we will, or we're taking on a road to put nobody on.
Yep,
See
nope,
what I'm saying? where I'm coming
that is
from?
fair.
So that's the only thing I have, a bit of a concern. I've been thinking about this. And then the 5 lots, how did it get 5 lots when we only passed 2?
Our planner, give the answer.
So this is very similar to the corner of 130 and Twin City Crossroads, the development where PSS is currently located. So if you have one parcel and you are using it in its entirety, we can look at it as infilling. So there is no land left to develop as part of the parcel, and that's basically the definition of infilling. We're filling in where the property is not going to be used for anything else.
Can I just ask, but
Sure.
that infilling does not have to come back to council for approval?
No, it's in our official plan. Infilling is permitted.
Okay.
Yeah, so this would all go through the committee of adjustment. It's just the road that needs to be approved by council.
Okay.
Councillor Peacock.
Thank you. So there has been a pre-consultation been done with the planning department as far as this proposal? Okay. So the property is zoned light industrial and rural residential. Am I correct with that with regard to the house and then?
That is
Um,
correct.
Yeah, so that everything was rezoned except for the house late last fall.
Right.
So we would be rezoning, I assume, the house as well, as part
That is
of
correct,
this.
yeah.
And then, I think it's important to note that the reason that this whole plan has changed is because when he had originally done the 2 severances, which were approved, MTO came back 2 or 3 months after the
Mhm.
fact and basically prevented any development from going ahead. So this is the best way that we could come up with that would skirt around that.
So this is not a plan of subdivision then? It's,
No.
you would consider it infilling?
That's correct. It's just consent.
And with the proposal for lots 3, 4, and 5, according to this map, they don't have frontage on a municipally maintained road.
They have frontage on Twin City Crossroads.
Yes.
But is that not MTO right away? So would,
Well, I mean, I guess MTO has to approve that, but Brody's been working with MTO.
okay, because when this first came to us previously, Director of Operations had said that 2 entrances had been approved, but
That's correct. And
the-
then MTO came back and
But just, if I just may.
yes, please do.
Is-
Mhm.
I think what you're saying, they have the frontage, but they will as soon as we take that road on as a municipal road. Pardon me? No, that'll be an official road.
No,
No,
just
the
the one
back road.
section.
Yeah, just the one.
One along the
east.
back.
Just the top.
is
Okay,
Private.
how are you gonna get there?
That one section that goes this way is maintained. That's ours. That will be ours.
They would like us to maintain that.
Okay, and then this, you're
It's
going
his.
to do
Would
that
be
as a
private, correct? Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
just.
really? I assume you're going to do the whole thing here. Okay.
No.
Well, that changes that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's.
It's
much
similar to
easier.
the one we have here at
Just
130.
Do the back portion of that either?
No.
Oh, you,
Okay.
yeah, you maintain spruce,
Understand that.
yeah,
Okay, that
for
makes it a
Spruce
lot
Lane.
simpler. Okay, yeah, then your question is valid. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it was my understanding with regard to that Spruce Lane, that the only reason that that was approved was because MTO wouldn't allow the developer to maintain that driveway due to the new intersection that was going to happen at the corner of 130 Arthur Street, Twin City Crossroads. So that's why he was allowed the entrance off of 130, which is Spruce Lane, but it hasn't been accepted by the municipality. When I look back through the records, there's nothing. It's still private. And do we look after that road?
Through the chair, we look after the Spruce Lane component. The reason that we had to go that direction is the MTO wouldn't allow 5 entrances to access those lots off
Right.
their highway. That's their controlled corridor. This is our control corridor.
Yeah.
frontage and access are different. These properties will all be accessed by easement along that back lane.
Okay.
Frontage is along Twin City Crossroads.
Right.
So the next process in this then so the severance then won't be completed as far as what you had previously applied for? Or it will be?
It can't be.
It can't be, okay.
There is no entrance.
And do we have any idea the size of these properties
They'll all
that are
meet,
proposed?
they'll all meet at least the minimum requirement of 1 hectare.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Camphoff?
So is there a reason that we have to have that as a municipally maintained road, that top portion
The
of
one
east west?
portion.
If you don't have a way to access the property by way of a maintained road, then we can't get to the back for it
Okay.
to be a private
Oh,
easement.
so there wouldn't be, like, it wouldn't be allowed to have an easement for the entire,
It's not a good planning procedure to do it that way.
gotcha.
We could do this by development agreement, and
Okay.
it's strictly to do this development.
Okay.
But we have to be able to get to at least the lane to get the easements going legally.
Thank you.
Councillor
Yeah,
Calvin?
just, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering, and none of this will interfere with that proposed or expansion of the Chappaqua extension, none of these fall into that?
Yeah, through the chair, as you can see on the drawing, the lot 4 and 5 are bigger than lot 3 and 2, so the lot size has been adapted. That is the maximum allowable that the MTO has access to across that, whenever that project occurs.
Councillor Viss?
Yeah, I guess now that it came out that changing that, where that house is from rural to industrial. That means that this easement our agreement is going to come off close to that corner. Before we, on 130, it's going to turn where the pole line is.
Where it meets pole line.
Turn, yeah. Is that a concern at all, like with 5 lots coming in out of there? There's enough clearance that people can see that, okay.
Okay. Any further questions? Oh, thank you very much. And I think we'll be looking at it in the meeting, during the meeting, so
Perfect, thank you.
thank you. Okay, we have a resolution moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the council meeting held on December the 9th. It's been moved and second. Any errors or omissions? It's page 15 to 29. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, just if I may, on page 7 of 15, All West Recreation Center Expansion Project. Was there another discussion on that? That discussion, was it that we were not going to continue with that? Was,
In the budget meeting minutes.
or is it- oh, it's in the
Later on.
budget? Oh, okay, then,
They did the same
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, so the motion has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Was there any discussion on any items in those minutes?
There it is, yeah.
Okay. We have resolution moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the council meeting, special council meeting for the 2026 operating and capital budget held on December 16th. Be approved as submitted. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any discussion, Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. I just had a question that when we discussed, I believe it was Public Works or streetlights, I'm not sure which at that time. I had asked about the intersection, when the streetlights go up, whose responsibility that was. I don't know if it needs to be noted in the minutes or because at that time it wasn't known, we probably still won't know until lights are installed as to who's responsible for them. So,
Yes, I don't
okay,
think so.
I'll just leave it
Okay.
then. Thank you.
So any other errors or omissions? All in favor of the minutes as presented? Opposed? Any discussion on any of the minutes? No? We have a report from our bylaw enforcement officer. It's on page 36. And the bylaw enforcement officer is here.
Okay.
He moved in. So if there's any questions on this report and or any other questions for the bylaw enforcement officer, now's the time.
I just,
Yes,
I've-
Councillor Calvert?
concerning the racetrack, that one in Merle there, and then I see here it says it's not a bylaw issue, so it's a, would the police handle that then, or?
Police handle the jurisdiction would come under the Motorized Snow Vehicle Act, which is enforced by the police, whether it be OPP or our police, anything to do with snowmobiles on and off of people's property. Any fines, and fine structures under the Motorized Snow Vehicle Act, so they're the ones that would be enforcing that.
And this would be also pertain to like dirt bikes and that, you know, the whole works then, okay. So I've had a couple, how do you say, discussions with some people that were riding them during the summertime when the ball games were going on.
Yeah.
And
You know, and unfortunately, our police out here, I know the OPP are equipped, but we don't have a specialized unit that has a snowmobile out here, so if people see them, you know, the police can only do so much, because if the snowmobile decides to turn left and go into the bush, well, that's the end of it. So they don't have a dedicated unit to, although they did years ago, but I don't believe they have now.
Any further questions on the report? Councillor Peacock?
I know a sign is only as good as as what's posted, but would it be beneficial to have a sign up at all that says like
Well,
motorized vehicles?
yeah,
Oh, there is one. Okay. All right.
yeah, and same with people's property, you know, people complain that snowmobilers are going through the back of their property or whatever.
Mhm.
And, you know, like I tell people, so any responsible snowmobiler will, it will usually ask permission,
Mhm.
but I mean, that doesn't happen all the time. And, you know, you can put signage up in the back of people's property to indicate no trespassing, but, you know, it's signs only worth that.
The post-its on, yeah.
so.
And as far as the snow plowing, what, is that a municipal road? Does it fall under?
Snow, plowing across
Yes,
municipal.
yes.
land is only enforced by the police, because it's a section under the highway traffic. Act.
That's what I wondered. Okay.
This person isn't pushing across, he's pushing just down, the shoulder down in front of his house, as to where his mailbox is, and cleaning the area of his mailbox. I spoke to our director of operations, he has no issue with that if the person is pushing the snow into the ditch
Right.
rather than on the gravel portion of the roads. And a lot of the, I know, the foreman for the roads, has issued, a lot of, pamphlets put in people's mailbox that have been pushing across the road, to indicate that it is an offense under the Highway Traffic Act and to actually curb that activities.
Every year. Any further questions? Is the bylaw enforcement officer got anything extra to talk to us about?
Month, I was off sick for 2 weeks, I came back for a week and then Christmas came, so. That's why
Okay, thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
We now have a building department report, page 37 to 53, which shows what a terrific year we had this year. Cost of construction, $114 million. 114. Well, any other questions of the report? No? Okay. We have now ZBLA 09-2025. It's the report in regards to site-specific use of the property legally described at 3250 Highway 130, which was the recycling depot. The resolution has been moved and seconded. It's open for discussion. Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. Just wondering what the provisions are for the site locations for the bins. Are we complying with our zoning bylaws to where the bins have to be located, distances from buildings, things like that? Or what's the status there? Do we know yet?
I'm not sure where the bids will be placed, but they will be pretty central in the middle of our property, so there's no setback issues. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because there is I think in the zoning bylaw, it does indicate how far things have to be. Perhaps
It's 15 meters from like side yards though, like from the property line. It's gonna be pretty mid property. Cause it'll be by the blue building.
okay.
Any further questions? No? So we do have that resolution that has been moved in yes, Councillor.
Mayor Lewis, just a minute, I don't want to be clear on this, what you're saying. Wait a minute, the lot behind our property that we rent out is still our property, so why can't we have those waste up against the fence? It's still our property.
Yeah, it's our
So
property.
what's the problem?
So there is none.
Just because you don't I can't see us putting them in the middle of it. It's a silly thing because we want them near the back, but we own all that property, so we got lots of room. I just couldn't pick up on that, okay? I see what I'm saying, though, that's our property, so we got piles of room,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, so the resolution has been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Then we have concerns about application 1B 1925 and related matters, page 59 to 71. Now, according to the CAO, there's been more information brought to us. I'll let you speak.
That's correct. Iska Westbrook provided council with another document on it. So another part to the matter is Yiska has asked to come to the February 10th council meeting to discuss it further.
So it would, I think, be best if we just defer this until the next meeting and have all the information at one time when the presentation or the deputation takes place. Is that okay?
Sure, Mayor Lucy, if I may, is there something different than what we have? Like, I argued against this a lot of times. There was a lot of things that wasn't clear in me. But when I read this report that we have there now, and you're talking about entrances, it's very clear. It says, however, the owner of the property is the entrance permit holder. Who they allow to use that entrance are entirely up to them. That's right. If it's my property, I could do what I like. So there's that one point. And the next is, there is nothing and has been nothing from MTO legally closing any of the entrances in question. Okay, we fought with the MTO, and I agree with the writer at that time, because why would we allow all that? But we can't argue with them. If they say that's what it is, that's what it is. Now, I don't mind discussing again next meeting, but unless there's something different or new, I don't know. I haven't seen the documentation of what the new, maybe there is some good news in
It
there.
just came, so
Okay.
it's too late.
Well, you
go
see
any
what I'm
farther.
trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't deny anybody an opportunity to speak this. Don't get me wrong there, but when I read this, where are we gonna go with this?
There may be something coming up and
Okay, then that's good.
The Iska Westbrook may want to
Wonderful.
talk about her points, et cetera. She wanted to have a deputation, but unfortunately that came too late. So we did respond to her 9th letter, but we'll see what comes on the 10th. It's kind of being fair, eh?
I guess that was my point, Mr. Chairman, because if there's nothing new, then what we're gonna change, but if there is, that's good, then she shouldn't be entitled to come here and present her case. I go 100% for that. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So is that agreeable to the rest of council? Just leave it till the next, the February 10th meeting? Yeah, February 10th meeting, which is the first, that's
Yeah.
a planning meeting, so we will discuss that when we have the whole package. Yes,
Yes, Iska may present some information and we'll take some time to take a look at it. So we may not be talking about this to get a decision on all of it until March 10th.
that's right,
So it's,
But-
may take some time, but that's due processing.
that's right. Okay, yes.
Thank you. I'm just looking for clarification on page 59. It says the traffic study was done in 2021. I think it was a traffic brief, not a study. I'm not sure what the difference is between them. But anyways, it says perhaps if MTO did indeed plan to shut down the 2 Highway 1117 entrances. I don't believe there's 2 on 1117. I think there's 1 on 1117 that where G&G is. And then there's 1 on Highway 588. Am I correct in that? Okay.
Right.
But it's the G&G that doesn't have MTO approval, correct? Okay,
Okay,
all right. Thanks for the clarification.
all righty, so we will defer that until our meeting, first meeting in February. Next item we have is a single source procurement. The resolution's been moved and second that we recommend the single sourcing with vendors listed in the report as it was written. It's on page 72. The resolution moves in second. Any discussion? Discussion or concerns? There's 5 distributors there listed. No, Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. Just looking for clarification. Perhaps treasurer can help me with this one. Single source, I understand there's certain businesses that only provide the services in a timely manner or whatever that we're looking for, but will the costs associated to all of these projects be allocated to the individual roads for asset management purposes? Because it seems to me when you look at the budget, it's just lumped into line marking or whatever, or spray injection patching, but not into individual roads.
Through the chair, that is incorrect. We do allocate costs in capital and in operating. So yes, there's a line item for spray injection patching of $75,000 in operating. There's also spray injection patching, another 30,000 in our capital works for overlay jobs. Line painting is allocated per road segment. It's all broke out per road segment.
Just not individually in the budget that I see.
Through the chair, it's buried in the cost of each section of the road as presented in the capital works project. We went through 3 variations of what roads we were going to do. Each one of them had certain parameters of all these in each of those items.
Okay. Any further discussion, Councillor Campoff?
So on the 5 items that we're looking at sole sourcing, the only one I have a question on is the last one, culverts. Is there no one else that produces culverts? And obviously not across the road, but
Through the chair, the nearest other culvert supplier is Kenora. So freight becomes an issue in order to get these things. And a lot of times, as you are well aware, we end up with a culvert washing out at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning and we got to do it. So
Okay.
we've traditionally used the same report with the same vendors for the last 5 years.
Okay.
But you are correct, AIL is another supplier in Kenora. That would work if we were doing, let's say, 3 kilometers of new road and we had to put in 16 centerline culverts, we would get pricing on 16 culverts as a package for the road.
Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. Thank you. Just one further question. I did hear on the radio the other day that there is an issue with salt. Do we have an idea, like a firm price that we're going to be paying yet? Because apparently they're, with all the trouble they've had down in Southern Ontario, they're really short on salt and have to import from other provinces at the present time.
Through the chair, we sign a purchase order for 750 tons of salt every April, which locks up that quantity for the entire year for us. And traditionally we use between 580 and 630 tons a year.
Okay,
It's not applicable to us up here at this time.
thank you. So again, I have a resolution that's been moved and seconded to approve this single source procurement. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Next item is the tipping fee reduction request. Its resolution has been moved and seconded to allow the LRCA to dispose of 40 loads of soil at Spence landfill site at a reduced rate. Resolution has been moved and has been seconded. It is open for discussion. Any questions?
I was going to be smart, but I'm not. No, you're wrong.
Okay, no discussion? Councillor Peacock?
There's not a chance we could get a reduction in our levy to
No, but
to
if
offset this?
you want to make them pay more, your levy will go up.
Okay.
So that's right. Yes, Councillor Kempoff?
Question for the Director of Operations, is there any value in this material or?
Through the chair, the answer to that is no. It is of a silty, organic matter, more silty than organics. So it'll be wasted, as comparison to what we brought in the last year, where we have some aggregate value to it that we could use for roads and stuff like that. From what I understanding, even though it's frozen right now, this will be like a quicksand material. So it's very,
But not going to South landfill.
could be handy for somebody, well, for, so yeah, and the point is valid through the chair that, yes, your levy, they are, as the representative for the LRCA can attest to, that is their budgeted quantity, budgeted dollar value. And again, as other people have found out over the last couple of years, this program that the province has rolled out is quite onerous and catches people, and this is one of those situations.
But does this dredging not benefit the city of Thunder Bay?
Through the chair, as the mayor eloquently pointed out, your levy will go up if we do not do this.
I designed.
No. Yep.
The LRCA levy does include specific amounts for the Nebe McIntyre floodway that are separate from our levy that are covered by the city of Thunder
Yes.
Bay.
If there's a special project that would take place in Oliver Papoonge, we would have that added to our levy. The other areas would not be paying for it. So. Okay, so we do have the resolution moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We then have a resolution recommending that the 1996 Western Star T94 is surplus and will be sold. Can be disposed of. It has been moved and seconded and is open for discussion. Any discussion? Councillor Peacock?
Will it go to the Ontario site, or is it going to be offered to area municipalities? Because I see you had 2 that were interested.
So there were a couple municipalities that expressed interest. They had questions that I responded to, and I haven't heard from them since. So it is getting declared surplus and it'll go to auction.
Okay, any further questions? Moved and seconded, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. We now have a resolution that's been moved in second, recommending the following rates and parameters for bartender usage effective January 15th. $225 for up to 75 people, and $450 for more than 75 people. It is now open for discussion. Any questions? Councillor Peacock?
This is cost recovery, correct? The people pay for it and we in turn pay the same amount back to the bartender?
Through the chair, as the report says, it's this collaboration with our bartenders that it is an in out for the municipality. We have no profit or overhead associated with this item.
And just a question with regard to the bartenders, are they covered under our WSIB?
The treasurer might know that answer.
They would be covered under our WSIB unless they have a WSIB on their own through a separate, if they're self-employed, they may. If they do not register for WSIB, then they are covered under our WSIB.
Great, thanks.
Any further questions? The resolution has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Then we have a resolution report with respect to 2026-07 to authorize the holding of the Roslyn Winter Carnival at the Roslyn Hall and its grounds on February 27th and 28th. And there be no charge for the Roslyn Village Recreation Association to use the hall and its grounds. And the municipality will deem this event of municipal significance. It has been moved and seconded and is now open for discussion. Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. Do they have to then apply for a special occasion permit? Like our bylaw that we had? Okay. And
if they're asking us to designate them as municipal significance, then that is a requirement of the LCBO in their application for liquor license.
because it does say here that they abide by the rules of the special occasion permit, so they do need a permit.
That's correct. Yep, they do have to get a permit for the event. Yep.
Is there sufficient time then? Because there's a time associated to that.
I imagine so, if they're running it.
They're gonna have to, okay.
Through the chair, the report speaks to getting a liquor permit.
That's right.
It doesn't speak to getting a special occasion permit. They don't meet the requirements.
Like the municipality has a special occasion permit,
Mhm.
and so does the LCBO. They only need the LCBO one, not ours.
Okay, so.
Okay. When I read special occasion permit, I thought it was ours. I do have a concern though with regard to the agreement, page 78, it says for 10 years. I'm hesitant to approve that for that many years. You're kind of putting, pardon me,
Hasn't that been passed already?
Yes.
Yes.
for 10 years?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Any further questions or comments? The resolution's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We then have a resolution recommending the approval of in agreement with Orange for provision and maintenance of the helipad off Oliver Road, located close to Kekabeka Falls Airport. This is something that we, is it a yearly or how many years is this?
Approximately 3 years?
3 years? Okay. Any questions? Councillor Calvert?
And that's annually they pay us 5,000.
That's correct, yep.
It's kind of weird, kind of.
Councillor Peacock?
Thank you. Will there be possibly any effect of the site of the helipad should the new highway go anywhere near there?
Through the chair, very high level, the preliminary design is presented to us through consultation with WSP, does not show any conflict with that property.
Oh, way up north.
Okay, just want to be sure.
Any other questions? The resolution has been moved and seconded. All in favor? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We now have resolution bylaw 01-2025 in regards to council pay and municipal travel expenses for 2026. It has been moved and seconded and is open for discussion. No discussion. Again, it has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Now we have reports of committees from the Thunder Bay District Health Unit, the DSAB, or just the two of them. Okay. We have bylaws now. The first one is the borrowing bylaw. It has been moved and seconded. It is open for discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We have the interim tax levy and late payment charges bylaw. It has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We have then the ZBLA 09-2025 at 3250 Highway 130 bylaw. It's open for discussion. Again, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And then we have the bylaw in regards to payment of mileage and expenses. It has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And then we have a bylaw agreement with Orange for helipad maintenance funding. It's been moved and seconded and open for discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We now have some petitions and communications. We have a resolution from the Roslyn Women's Institute who would like to use the community hall February 11th and 12th for the Valentine dessert tea and asked to be waived. They have asked to waive the fees for the use of the Roslyn Community Center. It has been moved and seconded. It is open for discussion. Councillor Viss.
Just one question, has it been checked that the hall is available for those 2 days? As long as that is, I have no problem with that.
Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We have, next items are petitions and communications, site readiness funding. I don't know if that's, yes, Councillor.
Is this not something that we had a concern with regard to developing and or putting forward a proposal and then because the lot that we had wasn't serviced by water, wastewater, or natural gas infrastructure, it was turned down? Were we not in that kind of same situation?
That a Roslyn deal?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good point.
Is it something that has to come back or can we support it or do we need further information?
Well, planning department would.
It is similar to Roslyn.
Yeah.
We've provided comments in the past to no avail.
Okay, then yes, go ahead.
Could support it. It's
Yeah.
something that would helpful to us. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my point, Mayor, which I was gonna say, I mean, if it did affect us in Roslyn, well, let's, here we have someone else that has the same problem, let's support that, and then maybe they can hear a little bit. Sure, I have no problem supporting that.
That's right. Yep. Okay, and that will come at our next meeting. And the letter in regards to support for steel and lumber sectors.
Yeah, we should support that,
Support that one as well.
for sure.
Municipal Accountability Act 2025. This is in regards to the creation of a new standardized municipal code of conduct and an integrity commissioner inquiry process. Well, I think we've had this many times over the years and they still haven't given us a standardized municipal code of conduct, but I would imagine that we should support it again. On page 8.
There's a few pages.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I have. They gave it to me. Okay, not in my book, it's separate.
Okay.
And
Kept going back and forth.
Yeah. We'll do that one. Eh?
yes, please. And the Power Outage Safety 2025 and release of the new public education video. It's in regards to the Ministry of Emergency Preparedness and Response. So let's see if there's anything there for Sean. There's going to be a new animated video designated to help Ontarians prepare for and stay safe during power outages.
Yeah, there was a notice that came out on it. I haven't had a chance to review what it is, but
Okay.
if it's valid, we'll put it on our social media.
Okay, thanks. And then the reform and publication of the Ontario Sex Offender Registry. I don't know if you wanted to support that or not.
A lot of that going on. That's a sad story.
Yes. And then elbows up for climate action letter. Self-defense protections and rising home invasions. We want to support strengthening self-defense protection. So I
Yeah,
guess
but
that
think-
means we can have a gun,
I
eh?
don't think there's anything wrong with that, supporting that, because we gotta have some self-defense. Right now, if somebody breaks into you, do something to them, then you get sued. That's not right. You're protecting your own property. Well, I would like to support that.
Okay, it'll come back at our next meeting then.
Mm.
And then petitions, communications, this is for information only, the one project, one process, unlocking the Ring of Fire. Actions to protect workers and unlock internal free trade. New at Roma, the 2026 conference, there's the two ministers forums. One is on, I believe, on Sunday and one is on,
Yeah,
no, they're both on Sunday.
yeah.
January 18th. Sorry, I'm wrong again. One is on the 18th, one is on the 19th. So it's Sunday, Monday. And then they have an update from Roma, Ontario Drainage Act. Update, and then Emergency Management Modernization Act. OPP Police Municipalities. The Shift, which is the Thunder Bay Police Services publication, and NWMO Nuclear's Waste Project has been launched. All righty, new business. Counselor Calvert.
Yeah, I just like to again thank the first responders to the, I'll say, family related incident that happened this past week, and they appreciate the effort that was put forth with the first responders and everything that took place, and very professional.
Counselor Viss,
Nothing at the time.
Counselor Kamphoff,
Nothing specific other than I think should be recognized. We've had, since the last meeting, we've had lots of snow and lots of challenging issues for our roads maintenance crew, and I think they've done a stellar job, except for the one day that I had to plow my road myself. But I know I'm not going to get paid for it because my grandfather tried
Yeah.
55 years ago and he didn't get paid for it, so it's okay.
Counselor Peacock.
Thank you. I'm just wondering how the upkeep on the Kekabeka sidewalks is. Are you able to, if we don't want people walking on the road with the transports, are you able to keep up with that?
I was there today and they look good.
Through the chair, we have 72 hours to respond as per the minimum maintenance standards after a snow event is over, and we've meet that like crazy. We were there Sunday morning at 11 o'clock and it stopped snowing at 8 o'clock the night before. So
Mhm. Good. With regard to the rinks, do we know if we had anything further with regard to the NOHFC grant and the shack that's proposed in Murillo, or not shack, pergola, it's our structure? Do we know?
through the chair, hands are kind of tied till you pass a budget.
Okay. It was my understanding that the application had gone through to NOHFC. Okay. What's the status of our Zamboni?
Yep.
Yep.
Could you please clarify that?
Well,
Nope.
nope. What's he gonna clarify?
So we didn't get it is what I'm asking.
Nope.
Oh.
Not there.
Okay. The Robbins tournament at Norwest is coming up. Yeah. Okay. In the newsletter, it did say that there were smoke detectors available. Just wondering, how is that being handled through our office, or what happens there?
Yeah, the posting I put in the newsletter is that they're available for free for those that need them, and they come to the municipal office and pick one up.
So there's still some available?
Yep.
Okay. And last question is for the treasurer. Were we able to have any interest in an audit that you had posted as a tender? Because it closed earlier the week.
The results of the tender will be brought to council at the next meeting.
As long as there's somebody applied, that's
Yeah, we
all.
have.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Okay, and so Sean?
Yeah, I just want to mention that the previous meeting, I noted that we got approved for the fire grant. And I've got an email that we were approved for $102,063.60. So that is more than I expected. I put in for about 170, which is double what we expected to get. And we got over that, so
Good.
very pleased. We're going through the process of the T-pond. So
Sorry, I just wanted to circle back to the deputation as well. We said we were gonna talk about it at the meeting, so I know he's still here.
Yes, I know. I was just
a-
going to apologize to him. You see him sitting there going, okay, when are they going to talk about this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we can discuss it now. The deputation that we had in regards to that road. How does the council feel?
Well, again, Mayor Lucy, if I may start that again, I have no problem with taking it in principle, but I would like to see some building permits in application, and we know something's going to happen rather than taking over a road that maybe goes to nowhere. That's the only thing. I have no problem with it at all because it's a development, which is good for the municipality. But at least shows then that there's some intent. Right now, sometimes we get these cases and there's nothing happens. They kind of just get questioned on it all the time and, oh, yeah, it's coming. But anyway, that's the only thing. As long as, as long as we can tell them in principle, we'll accept it, that as they move along, maybe, they start putting the building permits in, and away we go.
And I do think that the request was to be accepting it in principle.
yeah, just so that he knows that he can move
Can
forward.
move forward, yes, yes.
So in order to, where would this end up going? To the Committee of Adjustment next, or I'm not too sure what happens?
Yeah, so he'll apply for the severances through the Committee of Adjustment. A condition of that will be that the development agreement for the road be approved with the council.
So we could write up a resolution for the next meeting, that would be okay?
Well, I don't have applications yet.
Oh,
So it'll,
we'll just-
it'll do the normal process where it'll come before council before the meeting.
Okay, and we'll
But yeah,
take care of it that way?
yeah, if in principle the road can be supported, then he can apply for the severances. And then we can put that as a condition and carry on with the normal process.
So Councillor Campoff?
Yeah, also in support in principle of it. Just curious if the Director of Operations can maybe give a little bit insight into what the standard, like, are we looking at chip seal? Are we looking at pavement, just gravel?
Through the chair, this application would be supported by pavement, given the scope of the work that's involved there.
Okay.
And it would match in quite nicely to the widening that we performed to the city crossroads. So we'll be looking at a infrastructure that included hot mix paving.
Councillor Peacock?
Do we have any idea how wide that road is going to be? There's no,
So width,
Through the chair, we're gonna be 66-foot road allowance, including the ditches, infrastructure, and this road structure itself.
yes.
Yeah, I guess my question would be is, we're the maintained road, developed by agreement, we're responsible for maintenance. However, they're based on this diagram, it appears the only way we'd be able to say snowplow is to do the maintained road, drive down, use the cul-de-sac at the end. So are we going to be responsible for maintaining a private laneway?
No.
A
Or are we gonna
cul-de-sac.
have it,
No, it's just like here, it's maintained by
A
the
cul-de-sac
developer.
would be added at the end of the road. It's just a draft drawing.
yeah, that's just my
Yeah.
concern there.
No, it's the same as here. We don't, yes.
one further question. What is the municipal policy with regard to adding roads to our current inventory? Do we have one?
Through the chair, it's been, whether it's a policy or not, it's been my understanding, if there's a consensus of council to expand a road network, then that's what flies.
Yes.
Well, for the years I sat here, I think I could, that same thing, if somebody, we've had requests at the end of the certain side roads and if they want to develop them, so you put them up to standards of a municipality and then you build your house. So that's as far as all the years I've been on, that's been the policy. It hasn't happened a whole lot, but they do come and inquire. Well, then that's the way you have to do it, so.
Right. Councillor Campo?
So we just have to decide whether it's gonna be Lucy Lane or Kloosterhoos Road or.
Lucy Lane.
No.
A Lucy Lane.
We already have a Miller, so we can't do that.
That's a good name,
Yeah,
Lucy Lane.
yeah, that's right.
It should be
Yes.
something more substantial though, like Arthur Street West or 1117.
That's right.
Should be renamed Lucy.
Oh, yeah, or, no, thanks, don't bother. Did you have something? No, he's not gonna comment. Okay, so it looks like council is in agreement that to carry forward and in principle, we're saying go ahead. Okay, so you can continue with the planning department. Good. Good. You saved me the embarrassment of apologizing to him after. Okay, I have a confirming meeting resolution. It has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And I have a resolution moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting, the time being 6:00 PM.
Looks like 6:01.
No,